We're gonna go ahead and hook this trailer up. We'll get the black Mustang out and we're gonna put it up on the open trailer and head over to the dyno. That way I can work out a few more bugs prior to going to the dyno. Because the worst thing you can do is show up at a dyno and your car be all jacked up. Man, I tell you what, I've made an absolute mess in Lego mode. Lego mode to me is build process. Nothing but focusing build process, which I'm kind of proud of myself really though, because I ended up vlogging 2 videos in a row of me putting this car back together and actually getting the car together and running, getting you a good video for the most part. It looks really good right now. We're gonna head over and put it on the open trailer where we're gonna stick the binary editor in it and the quarter horse, and we're going to dial this in a little bit better, that way it runs. I gotta break the motor in more, a little fine tuning here and there. Got a couple other small things I wanna look at. But in the end, I'm real super happy with the fact that I got the car running. I got an absolute mess. I mean, I got so many things just everywhere. Real quick, I wanted to show you guys, look at the seats that I restored in the other video. Yeah, they were still showing just a tad bit of fade here, so I could always retouch this up, but they came out real nice, I thought. I still got to vacuum and clean my interior because it's been a while, but I mean, I got Pro Car scats sitting in there that are doing nothing now, and maybe one day I'll use them, maybe I won't. Boys, I'll tell you what, it's been an uphill battle trying to get this car ready. I'm trying to get ready for Ford Takeover. Obviously trying to just get ready for the race season for the most part. I'm actually hoping to feature my white car a little bit more than normal. With the 408 stroker and the face-plated T56. And of course, you know, we're gonna have a little bit of fun with Dad's car, probably blow the motor up soon. We'll just rebuild it like we did Hot Wheels motor, if you guys remember that video. Now, I don't know what to expect over here at TI Dyno. I can tell you that Kevin has rented the dyno out for the day. So, trying to squeeze in there and get Dave to tune a little bit. We'll see. Either way, we're gonna get some work done before it rains, because it looks like the rain's coming in here in about another hour or so. I don't want to be sitting out in the rain. Here's a pro tip I did want to talk to you guys about. The 363 actually got a modified, it's not even really an on-3 kit much anymore, more or less than like a modified turbo kit that I created. But it still runs the design for the headers and the crossover, even though I modified that too. The nice thing about the kit I got going on with the 363 A2 deck is I got the 4-inch intercooler, which is the bigger intercooler from the 351 build, or the 351 kit. I also got the larger 3.5-inch downpipe. Now, a lot of you guys don't know about on-3 turbo kits. The 302 turbo kit and the 351 turbo kit, they're pretty much the same, like as far as the headers are concerned, but the crossover is a little bit bigger, obviously for the 351 kit. But a couple other things that are a little bit different. Like I said, the 351 kit gets a larger intercooler and it also gets a larger downpipe. However, 351 kits can fit 302s just fine as well. So pro tip, if you get the opportunity to buy a 351 kit for your 302, it would be best because you get the larger downpipe and you get the bigger intercooler. However, I would not suggest buying that kit if you don't understand how to fabricate, because some cutting and some welding will need to be done. But it's all right there for you, so. I figured I would share that. I shared that with another fellow content creator that's here on YouTube. And that's some like really good information. So let me give you a scenario. If you're running like a stock block motor, stock bottom end motor, or even a 306, light heads, tier 1, or you know, entry level heads or intake, whatever, just go with the 302 kit, it's fine. But if you're stepping up into like a 331, 347, you got a larger head, you know, a nice large intake, whatever, probably should go with the 351 kit and just modify it to fit. It'll breathe better, it'll be cooler as far as IATs with the larger intercooler. Just some pro tip stuff of my experience with On3 kit. It's something that I didn't actually put in the advanced tips and tricks video for the kits, but just some of my experiences. All right, let's go in here and see what kind of trouble I can cause now. Oh, this is one real cool car I wanted to show you real quick. Dave actually owns this car. It's like one of 3 that was built. It's a Super Coupe. It was a rare. I think that's a Grabber Blue, but I remember him telling me this was on a magazine or whatever. Pretty cool. Smells like a lot of gas over there. What is that car, Dave, that they're tuning in there?
Honda.
Is it a 4-cylinder?
Yeah, it's a Honda. It's K24.
K24. We'll check it here in a little bit. Mainstream Fox Body Folklore. Go ahead.
The idea that you have to target a certain TPS value is basic. Okay, every time you shut the car off, the computer relearns wherever it's set. It learns it every time you turn the key on. It doesn't care. It just says, okay, this is where we're starting from, and it gauges everything off of that. Now there are limits. If it's lower than about 0.45 volts or higher than 1.35, then that's out of range completely, and you just get an error and it will disregard it.
Right.
But if you are anywhere between that range, it doesn't really care. So anyway, when we started, we were at the very top. We were like 1.2 volts. So I just had you bring it down.
Okay.
I didn't really care how much. I just had you bring it down. And
right.
now we got to set the throttle blade. Whatever the computer sees as its resting startup TPS voltage, if you deviate more than 0.05 volts from that, then it thinks you're driving down the road and it won't try to idle. So if you turn the screw up while it's running, then it thinks you're driving down the road. That's why you gotta shut it off and you do it all over again.
So we're trying to fix the TPS and idle issue that it had. It looks like we did that for the most part. See, so now we gotta go up a little bit.
When you were turning it up and then the motor kicked up, you heard it kick up.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay, that's where it went to part throttle. It kicked out of idle control.
So it changes tables.
Yeah, so then I had to shut it off and reset it.
Got it. A little bit of Fox body. What is it? One kilobyte of 1 kilobyte of RAM.
Fox body 101.
Fox body. All right, so the synapse of why we're doing this is so when we come to the dyno here in a couple days to make a little bit of power and kind of dial the tune back in, then I'm not going to come here all jacked up. We come to find out that my IAC valve is acting up a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and replace that when I get home before I come to the dyno. One thing I wanted...
It's not acting up. It's dead. It's DOA. It's not acting up.
This guy has no representation of restoration. I mean, Jesus, some brake cleaner would fix that, wouldn't it?
No, it's dead.
So anyway, I want to tell you guys a story about the Flying Viking. So I've been racing with the Flying Viking for several years. Cousin Fred, he found this in a parts car that we brought home several years ago. So it's been sitting on our shelf. The last 2 years it's been here in the black car. So every time I race it, it's always fun to watch the video of where he goes. He's the Flying Viking. I've had many videos where you would just see him just sit there in like space and then you just go fly back. Is that stupid? Yeah, sure. But to me, I thought it was a funny story. The Flying Viking. That's probably should be the name of the car. One thing's for sure about my car is every little nick and every little scratch and every little scuff has its own story. Here I backed up into my dad's car twice. No big deal. I have no idea where that went. This is like the only rust in the car. I guess I am kind of spoiled over here at TI Dyno because you never know what you're going to actually find over here when you come over here. Never know what they're doing. Craziness. Never know what they're dynoing either. Pretty cool, man. That's loud. All right, I thought that went really well. I'll go ahead and get this thing off the trailer. Got to fix that IAC valve, but I pretty much got done what I needed to do. So I got to get this car unloaded before it starts raining here just shortly. Gotta hurry up. Boy, she ain't perfect, but that's a sexy little right there. Anyways, I'm just super tickled to have this thing actually running and going now. You know, 2 weekends in a row, nothing but Fox body. Painted one last weekend. Got the black car running this weekend. That's pretty much all I got for you today. We're gonna go set up for a live stream right now. If you're interested in giving something back to the channel, I have a join button below. It's a club membership, and it's just something to give back to the channel. Plus, you get a t-shirt. And we're doing a big giveaway at the end of the year. I'm going to continue talking about that. Not real sure what we're going to do with the premium members with the giveaway, but we're going to be doing something. We're going to do it right. Outside of that, I appreciate all the watch time. I appreciate the new subs. Welcome to the channel. We'll see you soon.